What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video here today. In this video, I just want to update you guys on some things going on, more football and basketball news for NC State. It's been a pretty busy week so far for NC State, but before we get into all that stuff, all that good stuff, make sure if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for me. We've almost reached 50 subscribers, and I appreciate everybody who subscribed so far. Hopefully we can continue to grow this channel. But enough of that, let's get right into this video. First thing I want to start with is probably the biggest news of the week is when we got a commitment from four-star defensive end Travali Price out of North Lincoln High School in Lincoln, North Carolina. He's been a big-time defensive target for State over the past year or so. He's racked up offers from schools like Oklahoma, Tennessee, Penn State, and many, many more. He's listed at 6'4", 265, and I believe he'll be an instant impact player from day one for NC State. He continues to get better each year. This past season, his junior year of high school, he recorded 84 tackles, 21 were tackles for loss, 5.5 sacks. He's a beast on the D-line. Also got to give props to D-line coach Charlie Wiles. Coach Wiles recruited Price when he was at Virginia Tech. He took the NC State job and continued to recruit Price at a high pace, and he was able to help land him and be his lead recruiter. And not only did we get a commitment from Travali, we also got a commitment from his brother, Jaden Tate, who was listed as a long snapper, but could potentially play some D-line. I know he plays D-line in high school, and it's nice to see the Pack get two solid pickups at once, and the class continues to grow. Sticking with football recruiting, there was a rumor that four-star in-state linebacker Jordan Poole, that he could be committing this past Friday. He did not commit, but he did announce the top 3 schools list, and State did make the list. Who made that list along with South Carolina and Virginia Tech. Jordan is ranked the 66th best player in the country, according to 247 Sports, and the #1 linebacker in the state of North Carolina. I know I talked about it in a previous video where Jordan, he shot up the rankings. I believe it was 600 spots. He shot up from a 3-star all the way up to a high 4-star the past month or so. Poole has been getting a lot of love from WolfPack Nation, but he's also been getting love from a former WolfPack star, Jermaine Pratt, now with the Bengals, telling him to go ahead and make that move and join the Pack. And even BJ Hill, who is his cousin, saying, "Let's get it. I'm excited for you." He's excited for his cousin, hoping he can join the Pack. I know he's been talking to him about it, definitely in his ear. So hopefully that can persuade him to join NC State. I believe it's down between State and Virginia Tech for Poole. At this moment, I believe State is probably the front runner for him, but Virginia Tech has been pushing hard. I know he's been up there for a couple visits before all this coronavirus. There has been some talk that he could be committing on July 1st. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I do like where State stands with 4-star linebacker Jordan Poole. Continuing with the good football recruit news for NC State, they landed their 3rd commit within 48 hours when 3-star safety Sean Brown committed to NC State on Father's Day. Sean's a 6'1", hard-hitting safety out of the same high school as already committed cornerback Mario Love. So these two guys will continue to be teammates and play in the same secondary for a lot longer. State offered him in April, and Brown said all along that he knew he wanted to come to NC State, and give credit to his teammate Mario Love, who has become one of the best recruiters for State. Him, quarterback Aaron McLaughlin, wide receiver commit Micah Crowell, and others have been very vocal with other recruits trying to get them to come to NC State. Here's Mario Love adding Jordan Poole on Twitter, trying to convince him to come to State. He's just been so great at doing that, and he's trying to convince these guys to come join the family. I did want to move over to basketball real quick and touch on a few things. I know last week I had a video talking about some guys they offered for the 2022 class. Well, they did offer, Keats and the staff did offer a 4-star out of the 2021 class, a combo guard, A.J. Neal, out of the state of Florida. He's ranked just outside of the top 100. Remember, State has 2 4-star commits already for the 2021 class, and shooting guard Quavion Smith and power forward Ernest Ross. And our class is also top 5 nationally at the moment. And I believe we have 1 scholarship available right now. With multiple targets still, we are in good shape for like Quincy Allen and Roosevelt Wheeler. I know we always see crazy things happen. We're NC State. We'll have a guy transfer out. We'll have a guy leave when he isn't supposed to, or we'll have a guy not even show up on campus like Jalen McHugh or Josh Hall. So it's nice to see Keats keeping all his options open. Coach Keats and his staff also offered 5-star shooting guard Tariq White, another prospect out of Florida. He attends Montverde Academy. Keats got to see him play in person last December when he played in the John Moy Invitational tournament in Raleigh, where he played very well. He's 6'5", can jump out of the gym. He's an elite finisher at the rim, and that's something that could be on full display in Coach Keats' system at NC State. He's only a sophomore, but he's racked up offers already from schools like Auburn, Florida. I believe he's got one from Memphis as well. And Coach Keats and his staff have offered a few 5-star recruits now for the 2022 class. We'll have to wait and see if he can reel any in to Raleigh. It's still early. These guys are just now sophomores turning juniors. A lot of time to recruit. He's definitely in. I believe he's definitely in the mix for a couple of in-state guys, former in-state guys like MJ Rice, who have transferred out of the state. But I believe State is in good position for some of these guys. We'll have to see where things go in the future. I also did want to give a quick update on DJ Funderburk. If you did not know, he's got his name in the NBA draft potentially. He's testing the waters. And it looks like right now he is leaning on returning to NC State for his senior season. He's taking summer classes as well as participating in team meetings going on. He, like everybody else that is testing out the NBA waters, is just trying to figure out what's going to happen next. When and if they will be able to get a chance to have a workout of any type with the team prior to the NBA draft. There's so much uncertainty going on right now. We do know that Devin Daniels will be back for his senior season, and that's huge for State because we're expecting him to have a huge senior year. But we do know DJ, his decision will have to be 10 days after the NBA draft combine if there is one, or August 3rd. It will be the deadline, whichever one comes first to make his decision. But as of right now, things do look promising for him to return to NC State next year. Real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to wide receiver commit Julian Gray. He was our first commit for the 2021 class, and he was bumped up to a 4-star this past week by 247 Sports when they did their offensive updates. So I want to congratulate him on that. This in-state wide receiver class, we have some big-time prospects coming in. I know last year we brought in Porter Rooks, and this year with 3 guys coming in, very, very talented, and I can't wait to see what they can do in the future. That's going to pretty much do it for the end of this video. There's still a good amount of news going on despite the hold on sports in the world. I expect more football news over the next few weeks going into the start of the season, which is expected to start on time for NC State. Their season opener is at Louisville, but it has been moved back a day. It's now scheduled for Wednesday, September 2nd, since the Kentucky Derby has been moved to Thursday the 3rd. This will be NC State's first Wednesday football game since they played in the Belk Bowl back in 2015, and it'll be their first regular season Wednesday football game since 1904 when they tied with UNC. And it just shows you how crazy times are right now with everything going on. Hopefully by then things can start getting back to normal. We can have an on-time, full NC State football season. And as much as NC State drives us crazy, we need it. We really do need sports back. But anyway, that'll do it for the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like button for me. I do appreciate it. And as well as that subscribe button. And be on the lookout for another video at the end of this week and more videos in the future. And as always, go Pack.